Kate Ortega and welcome back to my vlog channel. So for today, since alam naman natin na back to school na, goodbye summer vacation, hello thesis, hello paperworks, but it's okay. Tiis-tiis na lang mga best, konting tiambot na lang. So, ayun na nga. For today, I want to share some of my knowledge with you. So for the further ado, let's get started. Now, let me ask you guys, what is ethics? Or do you know ethics? Well, basically, ethics are the ability that a person has to decide what is right and wrong, what is good and bad. But then also the responsibility to do the right thing. Having ethics is not just something you think about, it actually includes choosing the correct option. When talking about ethical decision making, one has to be aware that there are two ways of approaching this process. The first one is the individualistic approach, or where a person is responsible for his or her own decision making, and consideration given first to how it affects the self rather than the other. There is also what might be called the communal approach, or where members of communities are partially responsible for the behavior of their members, and thus make decisions based on that view. Let me give you an example. It is a story of a trolley problem. Its a basic form presents you with two imaginary scenarios. A runaway trolley is hurtling down the tracks at a group of 5 people who will be killed if you don't intervene. In one scenario, you can pull a switch that diverts the trolley onto another track. It will only hit one person. Utilitarian reason says that the death of one person is better than that of 5. Most people who are presented with this situation in experimental settings agree and say they would pull the switch. How about you guys? Will you pull the switch or not? You know guys, it reminds me of the father and son story where the man was faced with an unimaginable dilemma: race to save his son at the cost of hundreds of lives, or sacrifice his son to save the passengers on the train. He made the only choice he could and pulled the lever to lower the bridge. In spite of the noise of the descending bridge and the oncoming train, he still heard the anguished screams of his beloved son being crushed to death between the gears of the bridge. So, ethics rather emphasizes the responsibility and capability of the individual to come to his or her own conclusions through reasoning and to determine which principles are relevant in a particular case. They are well-founded standards of right and wrong that prescribes what humans ought to do, usually in terms of rights, obligations, fairness, or specific virtues. Ethics is the reasonable obligation for us to refrain from hurting others, and sometimes an obligation to help others. Now, how about morals? Morals define personal character and refer to the beliefs that a person practices when he interacts in personal and social relationships. Morals identify the way a person lives. So in other words, ethics are the set of principles or the theory that decides a person's moral values. The presence of qualities showing high ethics in a person is termed as morality. If we want to see a society that has a very low crime rate and where all humans can live safe, we have to look into the morals and the ethics that our sculptors and religious masters preach. We have to take the responsibility of making our society and in turn our earth a beautiful place where all humans can live a life of respect and dignity with no fears in their mind. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot of things for today. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this post. So this is Kate Ortega again, and see you on my next vlog. Goodbye!